Okay. Are there any other questions? We've got a little bit of time, inshallah. And someone may ask a question that how do you keep your voice in trim? The answer is this here. The answer is this here. Special spice tea. If it wasn't for this, I would have had a sore throat already. So excuse me while I just have a little bit of a drink, inshallah. Allah, can't beat it, but you can't buy this spice anywhere. This is my grandmother's spice, so you can't buy it anywhere. Okay, inshallah. Some questions. Many thanks and blessings to you and your family. Wa iyyakum. Wa iyyakum. What's my favorite area of study on SunniPath? It's whatever I've studied last. I think probably the last course that I studied. I've found benefit in every single SunniPath course I've taken. I've taken about 20 of them, and I found benefit in every single one of them. But my heart lies in the tasawwuf, the courses on tasawwuf. That's where my heart lies. Will you produce a CD on the Burda? Inshallah. Inshallah. I was working at one stage on trying to translate it into English in a way that could be sung, and make dua, inshallah. It's just such a beautiful and profound work that really you would need probably 6 lines to explain each 2 lines of the Burda. That's the difficulty, is getting the meanings across. But inshallah, you make dua and Allah opens up some time. I would love to do that. When's the next album coming out? Allahu A'lam. I'm actually going to start working on it probably in a couple of weeks' time. So hopefully, inshallah, by next Ramadan. How does one learn to write poetry to preserve this tradition? Do Islamic schools teach this? Islamic schools, depending on what type of school you're talking about, Islamic schools will teach madrasas, that is to say Darul Ulooms. When you get to the higher levels, they will teach Arabic poetry. And they will teach the study of Arabic poetry. In terms of writing poetry, it's something you've just got to practice, I suppose, really. You've just got to just get on and try to do it. I'm sure everybody does. I'm sure everybody has the capacity to do it. So, you just got to get on and just try to do it. Just having some idea of rhythm and rhyme, and the fact that rhythm is more important than rhyme, I think. That's something that's quite important to understand. It's more important for poetry to have rhythm than for it to rhyme. And this is a mistake that quite a lot of people make. But inshallah, I think you've just got to get on and try it. Try to share it with your family and friends and get, criticism, feedback, and that type of thing. That's what I do. I mean, my wife, Nazima, is very, very crucial, I think, in the development of my of the songs, because she will critique them, and she will critique them in a very detailed and very constructive manner, and that's really, really helpful. Because it really pushes you to really improve on things. Salat al-Badriyya, is that for the Sahaba who fought at Badr? Yes, essentially. It is a remembrance. It is actually asking Allah it's making dua to Allah, and using as a wasila His love for the people of Badr, His love for those first Muslims who fought and sacrificed for the preservation of Islam. I watched your movie of you walking with a walking stick. Oh, that's yes, absolutely. Where was that scene taken from? It was actually taken from Wales. It was the video. I think a lot of people have asked this question. That must be Sister Nazima's making. Absolutely. The video was directed by Nazima, storyboarded by her, and everything. And it was actually taken in Wales, in the mountains in Wales. A lot of people ask that question, so alhamdulillah. My 3.5-year-old son really loves singing and goes around singing everything. Do you have any suggestions for directing this in a good manner? Yes, absolutely. Get him to listen to nasheeds and get him to listen to zikr. Then he'll be singing that. My daughters were also, my younger daughter, I think when I wrote Songs of Innocence was 4. She was 4 or 5. Oh no, actually no, she was probably 2 or 3, and she would be, I remember when we used to come, I used to bring the whatever I was working on home and put it on the CD to listen to and to work on, and she would, she used to stand on top of the chair and shout at the top of her lungs, Allahu, Allahu, La ilaha illahu, and all of these things, and it really made, my kids walk around making zikr and singing nasheed and singing things that they probably don't understand yet, but it's in them. And this is the advice of my sheikh and of all our scholars. You get them, children love singing, children love music. You can't stop that. They will do it. So what do? You get them to listen to things that they will benefit from. Because I'm sure we all remember things that when we were children we used to, we still remember nursery rhymes and stuff that we used to sing in school when we were children. What you learn in childhood is like engraved on your heart in stone. So if you can engrave zikr and the nasheeds into the heart, especially zikr. The important thing here is the zikr. If you can engrave that into the hearts of your children, then inshallah in 10, 15, 20, 30 years time you'll really see the benefit. I think there are a lot of questions coming in, but let's carry on.